So the debate team went to a couple tournaments this year, and one of the things we need to work on is rebuttals. We need to work on improvisational rebuttals, being able to say to the other team, hey, I like this point, this is the way your point works with my case. So we are going to take this out of the bounds of a full-fledged Lincoln Douglas or public forum debate, and instead we're going to talk about something that's in the newspaper today. All right, so the way this game works is I bring up two random students. They don't know if they're going to be selected or who they get to go against. The first one gets to choose the section from USA Today: sports, news, life, travel, etc. The second person looks at that section and gets to choose one headline from that article, or from that section. Then I read the article, at least a couple paragraphs of it, and the first person again chooses what's the argument going to be. They have to choose what they want to argue about that topic, and the opponent has to take the other side of that. And then they have about 10 seconds, and there they go. It's that quick. The number one contestant is Mr. Anderson. That means you get to choose the section: news, travel, money, sports, life, tech. U.S. ground forces would shrink by 100,000. Pentagon leaders outlined a plan Thursday for abolishing $487 billion in defense cuts over the coming decade by shrinking U.S. ground forces, slowing the purchase of next-generation stealth fighters, and retiring.
I argue that the budget cuts are not good for the defense. First of all, we're reducing ground forces. This means more unemployed soldiers. The article did not state whether or not it would cut benefits, but by cutting the number of soldiers, by laying off...
So my opponent's argument is based solely around the idea that laying off those soldiers will increase the unemployment rate. However, it's not going to, because most people go into the military as a career choice. For some reason or another, they feel that that will best benefit them in the long run. And for a lot of them it does, because of the GI Bill. You get an education in the process, and you pick up skills on the job that you can apply back to civilian work in the United States. Soldiers don't need us to baby them once they leave the military. You can't stay in the military, at least as a soldier, for the entirety of your life. You have to leave eventually. And what happens when they leave, they find jobs in the civilian workforce. So I believe that I'm right on that point, my opponent's wrong.
They have to figure out what they want to talk about and then have a case to present in just about a minute. It's tough to do, but if you can do that in the context of the newspaper, then you'll have no trouble arguing the case that you know so well at our actual debate competitions.